Straight ahead on NewsWatch Ole Miss, we have new information on the Oxford bar owner who is facing sexual battery charges.
Plus, we remember the life of a former politician and longtime well-known face on TV who died today.
It's all sunny skies here in Oxford this afternoon, but there's a potential threat for severe weather this evening. Keep watching for all your updates. NewsWatch Ole Miss starts now.
And thank you for joining us on NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Hannah Baker.
And I'm Lexi Intercheck. There is some potential for severe weather in our area. Let's check in with NewsWatch weather anchor Hannah Wong with more details on this. Hannah?
Yes, that's correct. The Mid-South, including Lafayette County, has been placed under a slight risk, as you can see here, level 2 for severe weather this evening. The primary threats to our area are large hail and threatening winds. The worst of the storms are expected to roll into Oxford in between 6 and 11 p.m. There is a low chance of an isolated tornado and a moderate chance of flooding. With the Double-Decker Arts Festival this weekend, organizers are looking to the skies with hope that plans can run smoothly. There is currently no rain expected on Friday, the first day of the festival. However, there is a 40% chance of rain on Saturday afternoon and a 30% chance for the evening. Keep watching for the rest of the weather updates this weekend.
We have new updates on the Oxford bar owner who is facing kidnapping and sexual battery charges.
Rooster's Blues House on the Square has not yet opened on Wednesday, and it was unclear if or when the owner would return. This man on your screen is John Scott Michael. A young woman recently filed charges against him. Defense attorney Steve Farce represents Michael. He said he would not make any comments about the business itself, as Rooster's Blues House has already been defamed by the charges.
Details are revealed in a Lafayette County Justice Court affidavit state that Michael did, quote, willfully and unlawfully engage in sexual penetration with a person who was physically helpless. It also stated that Michael, quote, confined or imprisoned her against her will by locking her in this office and would not let her unlock the door while she was intoxicated. It further states that Michael had locked the victim in his bedroom with himself and wouldn't let her leave. Michael's attorney said despite the accusations, Michael has received hundreds of phone calls and messages of support and doesn't believe the charges are true.
Attorney Farce said that they would be able to show exactly what did happen at the proper time and how it is, quote, not a mirror image of accusations. One of 4 escaped inmates in Mississippi died in a burning building on Wednesday. 3 others are still on the run, putting residents in the area on edge. Garson Gordon has more.
Raymond residents still on high alert after 3 of the 4 escaped detention center inmates are still running free.
I'm scared for my family. I've got, 3 grandchildren that are right here in town every day, all day, and yeah, so that bothers me.
Scott Dudley works in Raymond, just miles from the Raymond Detention Center, and longtime resident Gloria Terrell says this is not an uncommon occurrence.
It's been happening all my life.
Sunday's head count showed 4 inmates missing after a breach in one of the cells and roof of the B pod. This is what officials call a classification area where inmates are housed before being placed in other areas of the detention center.
I'm not happy. It sounds to me like they're sloughing. They're not doing their job.
One stolen vehicle was recovered in Texas, but Hinds County Sheriff Tyree Jones believes some of the escapees are still in the central Mississippi area. Now residents want to know what is being done to prevent this from happening again.
I think they need to go in, evaluate the employees, the people that are running the prison, the jail, and the facility. Apparently it's not up to par.
Sheriff Jones says he has been working with his department and the Board of Supervisors to create a new escapee alert system at a Monday press conference.
We will be able to alert residents in Raymond and the nearby area regarding activities in the Hinds County Sheriff's Office as well.
The software, called a critical event management system, would notify nearby residents directly on their phones if something is happening at the detention center that is important for them to know about. The Hinds County Board of Supervisors said Wednesday they expect this to be fully functional by June.
A Jackson woman has been charged with theft at an Oxford business. Police arrested this woman, 30-year-old Jasmine Williams, on April 20th. OPD took a walk-in report back on December 4th regarding theft at a business on West Jackson Avenue. She was taken before a Lafayette County court judge and has been charged with grand larceny and false pretenses. The judge issued Williams a $5,000 bond. And police arrested a couple that they found in a stolen vehicle. Police arrested these two on your screen, Trevin Robinson and Camion Wells. OPD conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle for a license plate violation and found the vehicle was stolen. Both were arrested and charged with possession of a stolen vehicle. They were each issued a $5,000 bond.
An Oxford man finds himself in trouble with the law after police arrested him for assaulting a minor. Police arrested this man, 42-year-old Marcus Dwayne Jeffries. He has been arrested and charged with felony child abuse. The Lafayette County Justice Court issued Jeffries a $10,000 bond. The woman previously in the center of the Emmett Till saga has died. 88-year-old Carolyn Bryant Donham helped fuel the civil rights movement in 1955. Emmett Till was 14 years old when he whistled at Donham in public, which ultimately led to him being beaten to death. Donham died in Louisiana in hospice care.
The 26th Annual Double Decker Festival is happening this weekend.
NewsWatch reporter Cameron Hass brings us more on what we should expect and what exactly goes into this highly anticipated weekend.
When springtime rolls around Oxford, the excitement for the annual Double Decker Festival begins. The University of Mississippi Museum is a presenting sponsor, and Museum Director Robert Sarnio says visitors can expect new additions to this year's event music lineup.
Musical acts, of course, are such a highlight, and there are going to be more venues for music than previous years.
Headliners this year include Ashley McBride, Marcus King, and Blackberry Smoke. But in addition to great music, the festival is known for bringing in art vendors. The first-time art vendor and local Oxford artist Stacy Monteleone is preparing a new collection for the festival called Connections.
Some sort of great lyric or see a piece of great art that you can connect over that, and then a lot of my art is connected. So I might have something from B.B. King, and Elvis was, influenced by B.B., so that might kind of lead me to a song of his.
Outside of selling her own art, Monteleone is excited to experience all that the festival has to offer.
Of course, I've always just kind of gone and walked around and seen all the awesome art, and of course the music is great too. So it's just a convergence for me of all things that I really love.
The square is calm right now, but come Friday, the streets will be flooded with people, especially North Lamar Boulevard, which you can see behind me, where the main concert stage will be set up. I'm Cameron Hass, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
The action kicks off Friday morning at 9.
There will be food trucks, art demonstrations, and more.
Oxford will be celebrating National Day of Prayer soon. It's held on the first Thursday of the month, and it will be held locally in Oxford on May 4th by First Baptist Church. The event is open to everyone of all religions in the community. The day will start with prayers being read by second grade students, followed by a free lunch at 11 that morning. The community will then gather on the south lawn of Lafayette County Courthouse at noon. Up ahead, America mourns the death of former mayor of Cincinnati and longtime TV show host.
Plus, the man responsible for leaking classified documents is said to be a potential flight risk. These stories and more straight ahead on NewsWatch Ole Miss.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying. These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Good evening and welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Former Cincinnati mayor and longtime TV host Jerry Springer has died at the age of 79. Springer's tabloid talk show was famous for outrageous arguments and physical fights between guests that included thrown chairs. It featured segments with titles such as Trick-or-Treaters and Confront This Dominatrix. Springer was known as the grandfather of trash TV. He himself said that the description was probably accurate and admitted his show had no redeeming social value other than escapism. The Jerry Springer Show came to an end in 2018 after 4,000 plus episodes and more than 25 years on the air.
The Air National Guardsman accused of leaking classified military documents is set to appear in court in Massachusetts on Thursday. Prosecutors there are asking a judge to keep 21-year-old Jack Teixeira behind bars as he awaits trial. According to a court filing released overnight, Teixeira took far more material than previously reported. The filing also says that he made violent threats and showed a willingness to destroy evidence. CNN's Jason Carroll has more.
Court documents filed by the U.S. Attorney's Office argue the alleged leaker of classified documents, Jack Teixeira, should not be released on bail while he awaits trial, claiming he poses a serious flight risk, writing he could take refuge with a foreign adversary to avoid the reach of U.S. law. Prosecutors claim that the information Teixeira allegedly accessed far exceeds what has been disclosed on the internet, and therefore he poses an ongoing risk both to the national security of the United States and to the community. Included in the filing are chilling pictures from the search warrant executed on Teixeira's bedroom, showing a gun locker next to his bed containing multiple weapons, including an AK-style high-capacity weapon, handguns, shotguns, rifles, and a gas mask. Prosecutors say law enforcement also found a smashed tablet, laptop, and a gaming console in a dumpster at the house. The alleged leaker has also obstructed justice, according to prosecutors, by telling those he was communicating with online to delete all messages and, if anyone comes looking, don't tell them, expletive. Also alleging he, quote, deleted the social media server where he posted government information and procured a new phone number and email address. Prosecutors say his history surrounding guns raises questions as to why he was a candidate for the Air National Guard. The court document states in 2018, Teixeira was suspended while still in high school after a classmate allegedly overheard him make remarks about guns and make racial threats. That same year, prosecutors say he applied for a firearms ID card but was denied due to the concerns of the local police department over the defendant's remarks at his high school. Court documents mention his social media posts reviewed by the FBI. One post from last November reads, "I hope ISIS goes through with their attack plan and creates a massacre at the World Cup." Further writing, "If I had my way, I'd kill a ton of people. Seriously, I would be forcibly culling the weak-minded." Prosecutors say the defense is indicating they may ask the judge to release Teixeira to his father's home, warning the defendant has proven to be nothing short of deceptive and coercive, exposing others to peril in pursuit of his own freedom.
The House voted Wednesday to pass a GOP bill raising the nation's debt ceiling. It comes days after wrangling Republican lawmakers to unify behind the package. The final vote was 217 to 215, with 4 Republicans voting against the bill. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy could only lose 4 votes and prevail on the vote. The package would raise the nation's $31.4 trillion debt limit by an additional $1.5 trillion, but the measure is expected to be dead on arrival in the Democratic-led Senate. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has said multiple times he will not consider the bill. The House Speaker's bill is primarily aimed at boosting Republican efforts to negotiate with Democrats as the nation approaches its default deadline as early as this summer.
Former magazine columnist E. Jean Carroll took the stand on Wednesday during her battery and defamation civil case against Donald Trump. Carroll is suing Trump because she says he raped her in a department store dressing room in the 90s and then denied the allegations years later. While testifying, Carroll said Trump ruined her reputation when he denied that the rape happened. The judge also told Trump's attorneys to warn the former president about making comments about the case on social media. If Trump continues to post about the trial, the judge said Trump could face a new source of potential liability. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff.
That's what white people think. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Flashlights.
So chill. Feel like you get taller every time I see you. Congratulations, Brandon.
Thank you.
Well, it's definitely been a gloomy day here in Oxford. The kind of weather that makes you want to take a nap.
Definitely, and it's been pretty chilly this week too. Let's check in with NewsWatch weather anchor Hannah Wong to see if there's any hope of warmth and sunshine in our future. Hannah?
That's true. It has been a little gloomy today, but luckily the skies have parted just a little bit for us to get a current temperature of 64. However, we can see the same in our same area. It's been a little bit warmer in South Haven and Holly Springs, but Corinth and Tupelo is still staying in those lower 60s along with us. And like I said earlier, looking into tonight, we do have a low of 57, partly cloudy with scattered thunderstorms. And like I said, that potential for severe weather this evening, beginning at 6 and going until about 11 p.m. Tomorrow, though, we will have a high of 72, cloudy skies early and clouds later in the day with a precipitation percentage of 22. And we can see the same regionally. South Haven, Holly Springs, Corinth, and Oxford all staying about the same, and Tupelo getting a high of 75. And like I mentioned, it is a big weekend here in Oxford with double-decker and some Ole Miss baseball, so here's what you can expect. Friday, like I said, some cloudy skies throughout the day and increasing coverage throughout the night. Saturday, it will be cloudy with occasional showers for the afternoon and nighttime showers with overcast skies. but Sunday we will have a little bit of leeway with no rain, some clouds in the morning, and hopefully we'll have a sunny Sunday afternoon. And looking at our 5-day forecast, highs of 72, 74, 70, 69, and 71. So not getting as cool as we've seen lately, staying a little bit warmer, and just the chance for rain on Saturday.
Well, this weekend better have good weather because we have double-decker, but it looks like it.
I hope so. Just besides those showers
So
on Saturday, hopefully we'll get past them. So tell us more about this weekend in sports, Haley.
Well, Hannah, coming up, the softball team hits the road this weekend for their final SEC series of the season. And the Grizzlies got it done last night against LeBron and the Lakers. I'll have a recap of that game and much more next coming up in sports.
Creating a legacy takes time, takes dedication, spirit, and a greater vision. That vision starts here at the University of Mississippi. What will you be remembered by? Your character, your contributions, your friendship. Your legacy will define who we are now and who we are becoming for our state, our students, and our future. Ole Miss, build your legacy.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
Welcome to Sports Watch. I'm Haley Hood. Kicking things off, the Ole Miss softball team hits the road for their final SEC Road Series. The ladies will be making the trip down to Gainesville to face off number 14 Florida starting tomorrow and continuing all the way through Sunday. The Gators swept the Rebels last season in Oxford, but the Rebs put up a strong fight in all 3 games. Maya Stevenson has recently joined the 200-200 club, becoming one of 6 active NCAA student athletes with at least 200 hits and 200 runs batted in. A huge congratulations to Maya Stevenson and good luck to the Rebs this weekend as they take on the Gators in the Swamp. Some recognition is also due to Nicolo Slavich and John Hallquist as it was announced on Thursday that they have received second-team All-SEC honors. They made up 2 of the 27 individuals honored with all SEC designations in the conference annual yearly awards. This makes Slavich's 3rd consecutive year being named to an All-SEC team for his efforts, while Lithen has now earned first All-SEC recognition since being named 2021 SEC freshman team. Congratulations to the both of you. And some good news for your Grizzlies fans. Last night, the Grizzlies took down the Lakers with a score of 116-99 in Game 5 of the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. They are now only down 1 game to the Los Angeles Lakers. Desmond Bane had a game last night with 33 points and 10 rebounds. 2-time All-Star Ja Morant also made a major contribution, adding 31 points and 10 rebounds. Desmond Bane stated that they are going to fight to the finish by taking it to Game 7 in front of the best fans in the NBA. Game 6 will also take place on Friday in Los Angeles, where the Grizzlies have yet to win a game this season or in this series. It will be interesting to see if the Grizzlies have what it takes to take it back home to Memphis for Game 7. Finishing things off, the 2023 NFL Draft is finally here and will begin tonight at 8 p.m. There are predictions that 5 quarterbacks will be picked for the 5th time in NFL history. A few would be shocked if this occurred, but then again, there's a reason it has only happened 4 other times since 1936. We tend to overhype at least one of the top QB prospects, boosting their stock. In reality, teams are content waiting on them. Still, we consider 4 single caller locks to go on day 1. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, and Will Levi. It will be interesting to see if that really happens tonight at 8 p.m. And that's all I've got for sports. Be sure to tune into Rebel Watch on Fridays at 5 for coverage on Ole Miss sports and beyond. Back to y'all.
Thanks, Haley. Up next, a senior prank turned into a wild goose chase.
Or more like a wild cow chase. How these high schoolers managed to save the day without getting into too much trouble is up next.
It isn't just about where you're from, it's about where you're going. So where are you going?
I'm going to be the first in my family to graduate.
I'm going to make a difference.
Just like my granddad.
I'm going to make the bestseller list.
And I'm going to help him get there.
I'm going to win a championship.
Again! I'm going to lock the vault! Hotty toddy!
I'm going to take the next step. I'm going to bring them to their feet.
I'm going to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Build your legacy.
Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Does it ever seem like some people are actually trying to destroy the planet? And the rest of us are like, hey, we need this planet. Some people may be slow to learn, but they'll eventually get the message.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. Ready! That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
We are Ole Miss Rebels. As Mississippi's flagship university, we dig deeper, see farther, work harder. We pioneered human organ transplants. We helped prove Einstein's theory of gravitational waves. We are distinguished as a Carnegie R1 top 2.5% research institution. We are Ole Miss, transforming lives and the world.
Police in Niles, Illinois were having a cow over an unusual situation near a school early Thursday morning.
They got a call about suspicious people running through a neighborhood along with a steer on the loose. Officers responded, and with help from a farmer, they were finally able to corral the cow and get it into a trailer. The steer was taken to a Hooved Animals Humane Society. Police determined it was a senior prank gone wrong.
The students had purchased the animal and were trying to take it to school when it got away from them. No one was hurt. Chickens were also brought to the school. The students involved in the incident were issued local citations to appear in court. The school administration is doing its own internal investigation, but not pursuing any criminal charges. Well, that is absolutely insane. I've never heard of a story like that before.
That's crazy. Craziness.
I know, just imagine like taking a cow to school and being like, "Huh, senior prank."
Imagine seeing a cow just walk past.
Exactly, like sitting in
on
class.
class, you just pass a cow. No big deal.
Exactly, bizarre. Well, that's all we've got for tonight. With NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Hannah Baker.
And I'm Alexi Intercheck.
With Sports Watch, I'm Haley Hood. And with Storm Watch, I'm Hannah Wong.
Be sure to keep up with us on social media, and we will see you again Monday at 5.
Thank you for joining us, and have a great night.